Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick, and today guys we're jumping down into the world of Ethereum, taking a look at what's been going on most recently and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And if you have not yet joined us in Discord, the link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check that out today. And also in the description down below you'll find two additional very important links. The first one will be to our Patreon services, where we offer a lot more for our Patreon members down in Discord, everything from AMAs twice weekly all the way through to project reviews and a little bit of trading as well, buy and sell alerts, all of that kind of good stuff. If that's your bag, why not check that out. And of course the second link, it's the new Cheeky podcast, a fantastic way to stay up to date with absolutely everything crypto on your daily commute. Why not check that out in the description down below. Okay guys, let's waste no more time. Let's jump right down into this. Here we have Ethereum paired up with USDT on the hourly chart, and Binance is the data source. Now for the most part we can see that we have a 5-wave drop coming down here, a little bit deeper than we were actually initially kind of expecting. This actually took us down to about $998 according to Binance. This is a 5-wave drop, so it has led me into believing that we are now starting our final descent down into the low targets between $700 and $800. Now we have a 3-wave move upwards here, at least that's what I've mapped out, although it's not yet complete. I'm expecting this second wave move, this one just up here, actually I'll put that back and just grab the wave 2. So this little wave 2 here, I'm expecting this to be a complex wave, specifically because it's the weekend and it's a long weekend over in the US. I'm kind of expecting the markets to be quite slow in how they move, and I think the wave structures that we're going to get are going to be more complicated than simple. So I'm expecting this to be a little bit more difficult to kind of read. I'm not expecting it to kind of be easy or anything like that. So that 3-wave move that I had mapped up there could also be incorrect. If I bring the stochastic RSI into play here, you can see that we are down here at the moment looking to probably come up to the overbought area, which would indicate that a move to come up here. However, I think the volumes are going to be so low. If I throw the volume on here for a sec, you can kind of see that since we hit this high point, the volume's done nothing but decrease, right? Which basically just tells us there is very, very little volume or anyone really interacting into the space at the moment when it comes to Ether. So right now, I think with volume decreasing like this, even though we're kind of pulling back down in this corrective state, unless that volume spikes up, we're going to see a very long-winded kind of sideways trading activity here, also known as a continuation pattern. And one of the other things to kind of look out for, if I just turn the volume off, will be what they call like a bear flag as well, right? Basically we start to set these new higher lows up here, okay, but obviously have no volume to back them up, right? So we look at this from a 3-wave move, right? We might have something that looks like this and just comes up, and this basically is our little flag, right? And if I grab hold of this becomes our pole, okay, and this becomes our flag. And then essentially what we do is we then have that drop that comes afterwards, okay? So be a little bit cautious on these, and there's lots of different patterns, lots of different ways to look at it, but essentially nothing here is giving me confidence in the space. Nothing looks like it's a reversal pattern. Specifically when you have 5 waves like this, the only way that you can kind of complete this is to have an additional 5-wave moves in a minimum requirement of a zigzag pattern. So dropping down lower than 998, it seems to be pretty much a given to me, at least from my perspective, right now. Now, bear in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. All I can do is give you my thoughts and opinions on the data in the charts as I see it. And I would say this as a 5-wave drop, a 3-wave move up, and at least another 5-wave drop down, where we would look to target this to becoming a 3rd-wave move with a 3-wave move upwards and an additional 5-wave move after that, basically creating a 5-3-5-3-5 structure, okay, which is called an impulsive structure, and is also a trend-based structure, okay, so the trend to the downside. So we should be cautious. We don't want to be FOMOing into anything around this level. My targets are down here between 700 and 800, but we have refined this recently on estimated targets of about 713 to about 755. There we would actually have a bounce upwards. Okay, so Knowing all of this, knowing that we're not really expecting anything major to happen here within our wave 2, and we are thinking about a significant pullback into wave 3, let's take a look at some of these higher time frames. The 4-hourly stochastic is overbought. Pushing up higher is going to be difficult, but again, can be achieved. On the 8-hour stochastic, it's down here, so pushing up into our higher targets to complete our wave 2 could take our stochastic RSI on our 8-hour up into the overbought area. Bearing in mind there's no volume here, we could see this move up without doing too much in the way of price discovery. So again, a slow and steady grind upwards, just going higher than the bounce that we've already had, or even just creating a double top, could see this 8-hour stochastic RSI up in the overbought area. The daily chart does lead a correction down. I don't expect too much movement with that daily SRI. Or RSI. So, you know, from the stochastic RSI perspective, I'm not expecting too much movement on the daily here until we hit those lower range targets. So when we jump back down into our hourly chart, we can see, yeah, we could potentially move up, maybe even just creating a double top. I mean, as a minimum, I would expect that about $1,117. So you can see here, we kind of got two dashed lines, right? We have 998, okay, which is our low 5th wave move. And then we have our bounce top here at 117. So $1,117. And, you know, what we're looking for is confirmation, right? If we come down lower than 998, then we've started our 3rd wave move downwards. And if we go up higher than 1,117, then we're still in wave 2. Okay, I still think we're in wave 2 personally, and I'm expecting us to either hit 1,117, create a double top, and then we bring in wave 3, or alternatively, we push up past it and just come up here somewhere, completing our wave 2 move, and then we can start wave 3 afterwards. Okay, and so there's a lot of things to kind of think about when it comes to Ethereum's price action. Nothing is set in stone. There's always lots of different options here, but essentially what we're doing is we're trying to find validation and invalidation on different structural moves so that we can then plot out what happens next. I think the most probable move right now is a slight push up higher to complete our 2nd wave. I don't think we're actually done with our 2nd wave move just yet, and then once that is done, we then drop down in another 5-wave structure, heading down towards our initial kind of targets, which will be this yellow box area. Now, depending on how high our wave 2 moves, does change our wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 targets. So all these are just estimates right now until our wave 2 comes in. That allows us to estimate wave 3. Once wave 3 is in, we can estimate wave 4. And once wave 4 is done, we can estimate wave 5, right? So we can always be one wave ahead, but we can't really be multiple waves ahead like this, unless, of course, you're using the most common retracements, using an average retracement zone, which is what I've done here to kind of plot this out. So for Ethereum, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking at kind of completing out our wave 2, then moving down into wave 3 from there. Guys, I'm not going to ramble on anymore. I'm going to leave it right there. If you have found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.